Nope. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure.
I just gotta look.
Oh.
Just don't look down when you're jumping. Just kind of look out straight.
Don't look down.
Yeah, don't look down too much.
My eyes are gonna be closed.
You knew that.
I'm gonna do it. I just need to talk myself into it.
Yep, that's me. Now, you're probably wondering how I ended up here, and honestly, so am I. Karen and I have both been to Europe before, usually in the summer and usually to visit family. Now, this trip, this would be a little different. We had 3 main goals for visiting Europe this time. 1, hit as many Christmas markets as humanly possible. 2, explore places in Europe we'd never been before. And the 3rd, somehow not completely blow our budget in the process. To pull off goal number 3, we got very familiar with Flixbuses. Our first stop on this European bus tour was Croatia. Karen had already been to Croatia a few years ago, so technically, yeah, we broke goal number 2. But to get to Bosnia, stopping off in Dubrovnik for a few days made the most sense. And honestly, the timing couldn't have been any better.
Today we are going on a free walking tour around Dubrovnik. It takes you to, I think, 10 different places. They tell you the history of the city and also point out some Game of Thrones locations, so Scott will be pretty excited. And we got some croissants to start the day.
When I was younger, you could go under the city and walk under the city. City is really prone to earthquakes. Biggest one happened in 1667. Some estimates say 40% of city was level to the ground. So that's why most of these houses here, palaces, are all rebuilt. It's all rebuilt. They're all Baroque. So every Baroque building is a newer building. I mean, newer after the earthquake. Wherever you see a church like this is a great example of Renaissance, you see. 16th century church. Survived the earthquake and it survived in this old style in a sense.
I'd only recently learned of the term shoulder season, that time of year between a country's peak tourism and its off-season. In Croatia, that's basically the months just before and after summertime. So with Halloween just around the corner, we arrived in Dubrovnik right in that sweet spot. There's fewer crowds, lower prices, and just enough beach weather before we head further west and dive headfirst into Christmas mode.
Found a nice little spot by the water just outside of Old Town. Perfect place to catch a sunset. We are off to a beach day here in Dubrovnik. Picked up some lunch for K-Dog.
€9.
Trying to save money that way. And once again, I found myself raw dog in the sun. No sunglasses. Every time we go out, I seem to forget them. But yeah, enjoy the warm weather here before it gets a little more colder. Karen and I decided to bring out our big towels for this beach.
Won't even fit one on my cheek.
From the moment we set out on this trip, we found things don't always play out the way we pictured them, even when we think we've got it all planned out. Like one moment, you could be lounging on the beach and the biggest challenge ahead of you that day is navigating the rocky shore beneath your feet. Then, just a few hours later, you might just find yourself standing 20 meters up with your heart beating out of your chest, seconds away from doing something way out of your comfort zone.
We're super grateful. We picked this Airbnb specifically. It's right outside of Old Town. It takes us about 30 seconds to walk into the walls. So we just went to the beach all day, and then we could even pop home, drop off a couple things, get a couple things changed, and now we're headed to Buza Bar. It's kind of like a secret little bar on the edge of the rocks on the outside of the wall, so it's a little tricky to find.
Stop.
Got some thick thighs here.
This brings us right back to where it all began.
Oh my God,
Oh
what is
my
he
goodness.
doing? Why is he doing this?
I'm literally shaking right now.
After some convincing from a badass 7-year-old, Karen found herself scaling the rocks, ready to take the leap as well. Wow. Yeah!
Way to go! Well, we completed the cliff dives at Bar, and when we first got there, I don't think either of us thought we were going to do the
It
job.
was so high. It was intimidating. There's people doing backflips off
Yeah.
of them. I was like, I don't know if I'm even gonna go in.
So
we did.
Yeah, perfect setting to do it. Unbelievable sunset going on, a lot of peer pressure, but that's what we're doing this, you know, getting out there, pushing ourselves out a little bit, and it was definitely worth it.
I was on the edge and Scott was like, Karen, for the dash. And I was like, gotta do it.
This is our final day in Dubrovnik. Before we got here, and after we left Montenegro, I said to Karen, I'm done. That's it. No more hikes for a little bit. I need a break. Just too much. We were gonna take the cable car up, see the top of Dubrovnik. But the 27 euro per person cost deterred us from going up, obviously, because we are cheap. So now we're back to hiking. As you can tell, I'm already out of breath, and we started about 5 minutes ago. Sucks to be those people on the cable car, not earning their view. Am I right, babe? Let's get it.
Why would you walk the walls for a view when you could do this?
100%. I mean, as miserable as we were coming up.
I think we're just out of shape. If you came not having traveled for 3 months,
Yeah,
you'd probably be okay.
fair. The view is incredible.
Since our last night in Dubrovnik happened to land on Halloween, we figured, why not go out with a bang? We were a little underprepared in the costume department, but regardless of that, Karen got the dance floor going at the bar we stumbled into. So well, in fact, that we had to make a new rule the next morning.
We made a new rule. What's the rule, Karen?
No drinking the night before we have to move places because we feel like that.
Hauling backpacks while hungover, 0 out of 10, would not recommend. But if sore shoulders and a headache are the price to pay for nights like that in a city like this, we'll take it. Dubrovnik was bold, beautiful, and just the right amount of reckless.
I think we've had like Chivape.
This is like our 5th time in about 4 days.
Now that I think about it, maybe the perfect way to sum up this whole 1-year trip. So honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Now, on to the next stop, Bosnia.